Well, hello there, my friends. Happy New Year to you. It is 2024. Wow, 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 wow. So, what does that mean for me? Well, I'm not big on resolutions and writing a giant list of goals. I think that it's more important to focus on the most important things and go from there. And for me, that always works best. So, that is what I plan to do. One of the things that I talked about with my coach yesterday was that we would be checking in once a month and seeing if there needs to be any change in my goals. Right now, my goals are to get more organized. I think that if my life is more organized in general, that all the other things will fall into place much easier for me, and I will be able to be more successful. So, what does getting organized mean? Well, I did my food haul to prepare for tomorrow, my restart day. So that's good. So I know that I have things that I can go for. I also yesterday it wasn't in my haul. I picked up a roasted chicken. So I have that in the fridge, and that I could really transform into like a roast chicken meal. I could make that into a chicken salad. I could just cut it up and put it in a salad of greens. I could make soup with it. There's like, as I've talked about before in my videos when I've shown you the chickens as part of my haul, it's a great thing to have for a grab and go type meal. And I do still have some Nutrisystem for grab and go. I will just be careful to tin it properly on the Slimming World plan, which is not an issue. I will contact head office if I need to. I will consult with people that know more than I do about the plan if I have questions. So no biggie. I'm not making a big deal out of it. The last time I did Slimming World, it became very overwhelming to me because of working and eating Nutrisystem food here and there. I just got so overwhelmed I threw my hands up. I'm not going to do that again because there's no need for it, which is a good thing. Um, the other part of my goals are organization in my home and in my budget. In terms of my food budget is really my one of focus because that's where I spend a good amount of money, as most people do, for the household. And so I want to get more tighten up my belt with that if I can. Um, Not a whole lot, but it's important to pay attention because things are really expensive for us now. And when you're on a fixed income, I'm not complaining by any means. I think if you're even not on a fixed income, you need to pay attention to where your money's going and to try to do some bargain shopping if you can. You know, there are so many different resources out there. I did come upon an app for, believe it or not, housekeeping. You can download an app and it could help you keep yourself organized in your housekeeping, which is something that I find very hard to do. That's something that really gets away from me. And I would like to tighten up that belt a little bit too, because I feel better when things are more organized in my home. I don't know how you feel about it. I just feel like more together. I just want to feel more together. And I think having the time before I start this new job, which I believe I'm going to be offered, it's basically I'm waiting for HR to contact me to do an orientation to set that all up and the training. So once that happens, we decided that it would be like a start date of maybe January 15th, which is good because it will give me time to now get myself together so that I start the job on the right foot and I go into the rest of the year being able to focus on my goals and meeting those goals. Regarding weight loss, I have under a stone to go now. And so it brings me back to the plan of action that I have for losing Matt. Hi, Leela. And my plan of action, as I've started to talk about before in recent times, is to do some calorie tracking while I do the Slimming World plan simultaneously. That is not hard for me to do. I'm very used to the NutriCheck app. I have most of my foods in there and under favorite, so it's very easy. I have recipes in there for me to click in and do that. I'm also providing these calories for the people that watch my channel, that support me, who are calorie counting for their weight loss plan. I think that it's important for them because they are spending time with me, and it's important for me because it does help me to know exactly what I'm doing. I need to be secure in that, and for right now, I need to do that. Sorry, I had to get a phone. Where was I at? Oh, yes. Hopefully, as I go on, I will be doing more intuitive eating, which is my overall goal, my big goal. So these are kind of sub goals that I have to get me to accomplishing my big goal. That may be a year or two from now. That may never happen, but it is something that I'm going to continue to try and work on. It's important to me. So that's basically it. Drinking my water is not an issue. Keeping track of what I'm eating is not really an issue unless I eat at night, which I never keep track of because by that point it's fruitless. If I'm going to go over my sins, I'm going over my sins. Tomorrow, the thing I like about the Slimming World plan is the next day is a fresh start. That is very important to me. I don't want to save that sins. I know some people do that, and that's wonderful. That works for them. I tried to save the calories when I was on the Grow plan, and I said, this is worse than tracking everything. I may as well just go to calorie tracking. I got myself very overwhelmed, and I just threw the towel in and realized quickly that plan was not the plan for me. Does that mean it's not the plan for you? Absolutely not. I just know that is not the plan for me. If you tell me I have 500 calories a day in my in store, okay, but then you tell me I should never eat them, basically that's the underlying message. Where does that really like lead me? That leaves me in limbo land because yeah, I want to eat whole foods, but at the same time, there are times when I want to eat, like for instance, on that plan, which I had a hard time with, is if I wanted to eat the Oikos triple zero yogurt, which is like kind of like in the UK, the yogurts that are 1 cent or 1.5 cents. It's got stevia, a sweetener. It's zero fat, but it's flavored. That would it's 100 calories a serving. I would have to track that out of my 500 calories. Where on Slimming World, pardon me, it's 1.5 cents or whatever. Even if it's 2 cents, I still have 15 a day. So I don't see why I should be penalized because I prefer to have that once in a while over plain yogurt, which to me, in my life, are the same difference, except one tastes with flavor and the other one is plain, which, okay. Eating those yogurts are not an issue for me. I understand if they're an issue for some people where they will binge eat them. I understand that. But basically, we have to have some self-control to know that, okay, if it's 1.5 cents, we're not going to eat 15 cents worth of those a day and then eat all the other foods. I mean, you have to also use some common sense here. So again, I'm not bad mouthing Kieran and his plan. I think it's great for people that it works for. It doesn't work for me. So the 15 cents does generally work for me. If I'm on plan, I don't have a problem with the 15 cents. I probably in the however long I've been doing Slimming World again, I don't think I got to 15 cents in one day. I would like to use my cents more incorporated into my meals, which means that I'm not eating extra, so to speak. Because if I put those cents into a meal, it's a meal. And it will reflect in my calorie tracking. So it's not extra eating as opposed to I've eaten 3 full meals, which are maybe 300 to 400 calories each. Let's say 400. That got me to 1,200. And now I'm going to eat 15 cents or 10 cents. That may throw me over in calories, is all I'm saying. Are there going to be days I will eat 15? Of course there will be. And that will be fine. Even if I go over. Like Nikki in a blog was saying yesterday, my friend, sweet friend Nikki, she's like, you can't be perfect. And I think it's a great thing to realize and to share, pardon me, that we are not aspiring to be perfect. Because when we do that, we tend to flop. And rightfully so, because nobody's perfect. We're humans. We were born imperfect. We're going to die imperfect. I think that that is another reason why the timing factor, the last 2 times that I did Slimming World, I was working and I got myself so hyper-focused on sins that I threw in the towel because I thought I couldn't figure out how to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. There are going to be days where because of my situation, it will not be perfect. I may just calorie track that day. I may not do anything that day. I may just eat and keep on going and call it a day, and not worry about it. Tomorrow's a new one. Does that mean I'm going to be sabotaging myself? No, things are going to happen that are going to prevent us from eating on plan. It is called the game of life. And what we have to keep in mind, and again, I'm not one to give advice, but maybe I am here in my old age, is that the big picture is what we need to focus on, not the little teeny meeny pieces of the puzzle that make the picture. Because if we stay stuck on the little piece, we'll never get the picture done. The puzzle will never be completed because we're so hyper focused that we're never getting anywhere. We're just going in a circle. We're just flip flopping. We're just um, yo-yo dieting and yo-yo eating, like down a pound, up two, down two, up three. That type of thing goes on because we stay in that bubble. So what we need to be doing is looking at the big picture. Look at the puzzle box, look at the big picture, focus on the big picture while you're doing the work and putting each piece together to get that big picture done, which will be the accomplishment of reaching your goal weight, your target weight, whatever you'd like to call it, your healthy weight. That's what I like to call it, because right now I'm not at my healthy weight. I know what my healthy weight is, and it is not this. So I need to, even though it's not a lot of weight, for me, it is a lot of weight in the respect of how I have to work to get it off. Um, I think that we all have our battles at whatever stage in the journey that we're at. When you have to eat a certain amount of calories to stay at your weight, the calories are not very much, and you have to be hyper vigilant of paying attention to what goes in your mouth, even more so than when you are having to lose. Again, I've been there. Okay, you have to lose 100 pounds, you have to lose 70 pounds. Um, you're in a different place because you're eating, even though you're still going to be hungry. Obviously, you're going to be hungry when you cut back on calories. That will happen to anyone, no matter how many they're eating. If you're eating 6,000 and you have to cut it down, if you cut down by 500, you're going to start losing weight, and it's probably going to start falling off fairly quickly. If you start eating healthy, it's even going to be quicker than that because you're probably going to cut your calories back by way more than 500. You could be eating 6,000, 4,000, 5,000 calories a day in a small amount of food if you're eating junk, right? Think about that. Now you start backfilling with all these beautiful, delicious, nutritious foods, and you get fuller and you feel better and you keep on going and you still get to have treats and you just keep on working it. You will lose that weight. It's happened to me. I've done it more than once. Done it maybe 3 times. And in between, I've lost and gained hundreds. I mean, I'm 63 years old. I've been doing this since I was 8, sadly. In my adult life, I've been morbidly obese 3 times. So I do understand how difficult it is when you start a weight loss program and you have a lot of weight to lose. It's very overwhelming. Very overwhelming, it can be. But once you start and you put one baby step in front of the other, and you continue and you get your support from wherever you can get it, if you're going to meetings, if you're doing things online, if you're in a Facebook group, if you're watching YouTube videos, grab it from where you can. You can never, to me, get enough support from the people in your life. I've met people, tremendously wonderful people, because I had a YouTube channel. And I'm still meeting wonderful people. And that is the most amazing thing to me. If my channel grows this year, I will be thrilled. I'm not going to sit here and say I wouldn't. But I would love my channel to grow. But what I'd love even more is for people to comment and interact with me so I can get to know who they are. Because that is rewarding to me. That is gratifying to me. And that is support for me. It just is. I've met Beth, who has been my partner in crime now, once a week for up to 4 hours. Yeah, we do chat for up to 4 hours in Messenger, face to face. Sometimes we just go on and we start on one topic and we end up on 10 different other ones. And it is support for each other. I need her as much as she needs me. I'll be very honest with you. I also now, we back without Rachel. We're going to be restarting again, the 3 of us. Rachel was with us in the beginning and had to leave, and now she's coming back, and it's wonderful to have her. I would not have met these people if I didn't have a channel. I met my beautiful Joe over in Wales, which I've been watching now. Oh, Joe, I don't even know how long. I've lost track of how long I've been watching you, sweetheart. It's years. And over the last, I don't know, since I started Slimming World, I want to say, I developed a relationship with her. And it's wonderful. I also have another person that is in England, who through YouTube, through a channel in YouTube, I met this person, and she's been a tremendous help to me and still continues to be in my life. And she is not on YouTube, but she is someone that has coached me, and she's very special to me. So who knows what beautiful things come to you. I mean, it's great to have a channel and make money. Yeah, of course I would love to make money. Who doesn't want money? But look at all the other gifts I received because I have a channel. I've also met people through my original Facebook group, which I no longer am a part of. I've handed it on to some wonderful people who do Weight Watchers and Bright Line Eating because I've moved on. So I had that, I don't know, I had that Facebook group for quite a while. Now I have a Facebook page. I don't have a group anymore. I don't have a need for a group. If their need arises through my subscribers, then we will have one. But for right now, a page is public. It's not a commitment for people to come to the page. They don't have to join anything. They don't even have to say anything on the page. They can just like the page and follow along. So that is why I created the page. But over and above, the gifts I've received have been gifts that you can't buy with money. And I'm very grateful. I've met some more Slimming World people over the last, I don't know, I've met a beautiful Nikki in a vlog, very sweet lady. And through her, I've met some other people. So it continues to bring good people into my life. And who can sit back and say they don't need to, they can't benefit from having more good people in their life? Positive people, supportive people. That's a gift. Those are gifts. So yeah, this year a goal would be for me to increase my subscribers. I would love to have that. I would love to have the feeling of helping other people because that's what my life has always been about in different ways. And so yes, I would love to have more people subscribe. And how that will happen, I don't know. I'll put it out there. I always put things out to God. If it's meant to be that I have that, then it'll come to me. With regard to making videos, once I start working, it will become 3 a week. It will be what I eat in a day, a weigh-in, and a food haul. If I don't have a food haul, then it would be 2 what I eat in a day and a weigh-in. I may do some shorts. I started doing those, and I see that people seem to be liking them. They're looking at them. So because again, I don't like the idea of not doing what I eat in a day every day because those help me to stay on track. They really keep me honest, and I'm being told I am brutally honest on my channel. I raise my hand up, okay? That will never change. They do keep me honest, and they keep me on task and focused. But will I be able to do that every day? I don't think so. I think it would benefit me, but not sure it's going to happen. So doing shorts will help me too. You know, we'll see how it goes. I don't even know what this situation that I'll be getting into work-wise is going to be because it'll be some days that I work into evening. It'll be some mornings. It's not going to be a lot of hours, but week to week, when you're in retail, things change. So it's kind of hard. I don't know if the schedule's set out for 2 weeks. That would make it easier for me to kind of figure out how I can do videos. But again, in retail, they make you promises. I found this, and then all of a sudden they forget. Things change, stuff happens, and it's your job. So then you make a decision. So anyway, I think I've talked for long enough. Yes, these are my goals. My goal is to be working so I can move more because that is how I do my exercise best. I'm not a gym person. I like to walk. I like to count my steps. That is always how I've done things for the most part. When I've tried to lose weight and be healthy, it comes natural to me. So movement at work has been very good for me. And I'm looking very forward to getting back to that because I have to be honest with you, I am feeling very stiff when I go to get up because I'm doing a lot of sitting and that is not good for me. So yes, I'll be very happy to get back behind a register and start moving my body around because it's really good for me. And before that all happens, I want to have all these little mini plans in place to keep me going in the direction that I need to go, to be on task, and to just run with this because there's no reason not to. I've done so many different things since I started my channel. I was calorie counting. I stalled. I did Nutrisystem. It got the rest of the weight off, the 15 pounds. And now I've been searching. I feel like I've been on this search, which has been worse than trying to lose the weight. And I think that I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, I'm putting it out there that this is going to be my turnaround, my turning point, my time to finally get it together, because I am overdue on this. I really need to do this. So I hope that you'll be with me. If there's anything I can do for you, if there's anything you'd like to see in my videos that I'm not giving you, I try my best to give you the information that I have. I want to be accurate. I will tell you from this moment, please always double check me, because I do make mistakes and I am not a representative of Slimming World. So if I tell you something, I'm doing it in good faith, but I'm also telling you in good faith that you should be double checking me. You can do Slimming World at home. I have the link. I can put it back into my descriptions for you. You can check it out. Because if you're in the U.S., the reason I am re-signing is because I'm partnering up with my friend Joe of Joanne's Slimming World Journey. She's restarting tomorrow. And I also want to delve into the classes that they give, because I really didn't give that enough attention the last 2 times I've done it. And that is the reason why, because the app right now, unless I can convince this company to bring back the app to give the people in the US and Canada the UPC codes so that we can track our foods that we have here in Canada and the US, it really is useless. It doesn't do anything for you. Yes, there's a community, but guess what? In the community, there is nobody from the US. There may have been from when they had an office in California, which was pre-pandemic. They no longer have that office. So those people that were on the plan, they're not on the plan anymore. They're not responding because they're not in the plan. Their messages are still there. You can see the dates. So that is really not helpful in terms of your tracking. Now, the classes, I would say, they are not like Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers, when you go into the app, you are actually going into a meeting with a coach that's online. It is just not the same as when I was with my coach from where I live online through the pandemic, until finally they weaned her off and she didn't do it anymore. So now those people that want to be on Zoom have to find a coach that's a Zoom coach, and they can choose, pick and choose. They can show up to anybody's meeting as before. I used to show up to meetings several times a day in the pandemic. It kept me going. It got me through it. I went to meetings all over the United States. I just showed up. This is not what the app is for online in Slimming World. And the people that are on Slimming World in the UK and Wales and wherever, where they have group meetings, they don't get to use the online in the same way that the online people do, which I found I think that's terrible. They should be able to access the same thing that if you're on Weight Watchers, you access everything. It doesn't matter. Once you pay the higher price to be in group, everything that's in the app is up for grabs as a member. So I was kind of like taken aback by that, because I kind of feel like you gypped out, but I don't need to worry about that because we don't have in-person meetings. That's just my own thought on that, for what it's worth. So I will be re-signing up tomorrow. I will let you know everything I need to let you know about how I did. And my goal for tomorrow is to do a what I eat in a day for you. So I will check back in with you tomorrow. Again, I hope you had a great New Year's holiday, a great holiday season in total, because now it's over and we are ready to restart, my friends. Okay. So sending you hugs, wishing you well, thanking you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take good care of yourself. Thank you.